What's up, guys? Today we're going to do an acoustic version of the song Brand New from Ben Rector. And I saw a video on YouTube of, it was from Paste Studios, New York, New York. So if you want to see the video that I based this off of, type in the name of the song, Paste Studios, New York, New York. And I probably shouldn't even say anything, but sometimes I shoot these videos out of order, and I already shot the tutorial part, and I'm just really having an off day today. So hopefully when I'm editing this later on, I'm going to look at it and be like, you know what, it wasn't really that bad, and you're just a jerk for even saying something. And I'm just going to quit talking because it's not really my day, but hopefully, you'll be able to play the song from this tutorial. So let's do this. Okay, now you guys know the drill. Before we get going, make sure to hit subscribe and check out any links that are down in the description of the video. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that button now. This song is going to be in standard tuning. And we could play this song with all open position chords, and I am going to show you that, but sometimes he also plays those same type of chords with new chord shapes, and it's kind of an unusual thing. So the very first one is going to be a G chord, but the way we're going to play it, it looks just like a C chord. So an open position C, if you can think of that shape, if you slid it all the way up, so now your third finger, instead of being on the 3rd fret, is on the 10th fret, then that's the new shape. That's the first one. That's a G chord. And on this one, we're going to kind of mute the first string, this one down here. So we would have nothing on the 6th string, then 10, then 9, then open, and then 8. And then nothing on the 1st string. And that would be a different way to play a G chord. So there's the first G he used. After that, we have an A minor 7, and you're going to like this because all we have to do is take our 3rd finger and move it down 1 string. So this chord would be nothing, and then 0, and then we would have a 10, then another 0, then 8, and we'll mute the 1st string again. We'll mute the 1st string in all of these chords. So that chord sounds like this. And that's our A minor 7. And then we're going to have an E minor, and this one's going to be exactly like the first chord again. So I put the finger back up here, and I am going to hit the open string this time. So now it is 0, 10, 9, 0, 8. And that's just another way to play E minor. And then we have a C chord. And the way that he gets the C chord in the video, from that E minor chord, he reaches his thumb up around to get the 8th fret of the 6th string. And then, the rest of the notes. So we have 8, 10, 10, 9, and 8. And that would be the C. But you could just play that like a normal bar chord C. Or if you didn't feel like using your thumb to get that C note there, you could just mute that string, or not even play that string actually, and just play the rest of the chord, and it would still sound good. It would still be a C chord. Alright, so that's most of the more unusual shapes. Then we have an open G chord, so that's 3, 2, 0, 0, 0, 3. There's also an A minor 7. Nothing on the 6th string. 0, 2, 0, 1, 0. We need an E minor. That's 0, 2, 2, 0, 0, 0. And then a C, or in the video he actually uses a C/G. So all we would need to do is take your C chord, move your 3rd finger up 1 string, and put your pinky back where that one was. Now we have a C/G. The slash chord, a slash just means to put whatever note is next in the bass, the lowest note. So that just means it's a C chord with a G note in the bass. And there's 2 other chords in the song. The one is just like this C chord, the C with the G in the bass, but we're going to slide it up 2 frets. In that chord, we probably should give it kind of a really complicated name. Let's see, we could call it a D11, but it's not really an 11th. It'd be more like a D add 4 add 9. But let's just call it a D. Let's just keep things simple. That's our D chord for this song. And there's one more chord. We have a D7, and that is nothing, nothing, 0, 2, 1, 2. And if you're able to get it, we can also add this note in here with our thumb on the 2nd fret of the 6th string. Now for a lot of the song, we get to use the same sequence of chords. It's going to be a G, an A minor, or an A minor 7 really, and then an E minor, and then a C. And sometimes he plays the chords up here, and sometimes he plays them down here. And it's really easy to tell which one is which, because they're obviously very far apart. Now the first strum rhythm we're going to do is going to be down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And we could count that as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Once we get that down, we want to try to strum a little bit harder every time that I said 3. So it would sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then the only other thing that you're going to need to know is on that 3rd upstroke, on the what we would say the and of 3, because it was when I said 3 and, we're going to switch chords right then. So the very first chord was that G, and I went 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and on an upstroke. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And when he does some really cool things on his voice, and he's a lot better of a singer than me, but hopefully you guys aren't here for singing lessons. And the song starts off. Again, that rhythm is just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And we're going to use that strum rhythm a lot, but right after that part, we go into the first verse, and the verse strum rhythm sounds like this. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. We could count that as 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. And on the ones, we kind of strum through the whole chord, but then on the rest of the strums, we kind of go more in the middle of the guitar. Or the middle strings, I mean. And we start that part off. 2, 3, 4. I feel like new sunglasses, like a brand new pair of jeans. I feel like taking chances. I feel a lot like 17. And then we move back up to the other position, to the original strum. Now the strum is going to change up a little. I'm going to set my palm down on the strings, and I'm going to strum with all downstrokes and play really just the thickest few strings. And on that G chord, one other thing I want to point out, we can kind of just do that with one finger. We're going to play 3, nothing, 0, and 0 on this part. 2, 3, 4. I feel like windows roll down new city streets and cabs. I feel like anything can happen, laughing, you take me right back. We were kids, never thought I'd feel like this. But when I close my eyes, now right there, when he said close my eyes, that's back to the original strum rhythm. And we have to pump with the left hand, like this, by releasing the pressure, with our fretting hand, on the upstroke. So I press down on the downstroke, down, and then the up is on a muted strings. Down, down, up. When I close my eyes, don't even care if anyone sees me dancing like I can't fly. Don't even think I'm touching the ground. Like a heartbeat skip, like an open page, like a one-way trip on an airplane. It's the way that I feel when I'm with you. We go back in, we have another verse, and this time we're going to do it just a tiny bit different. The part where he says, let's see, I feel like a kid, never thought. Now right there where he said thought, that's when we're going to go to a D7, and then we go, the rest of it's the same, back to the A minor and the C. Never thought I'd feel like this. Back in, we have another chorus, and this time at the end of the chorus, we're going to go into one more new part. And it starts off on this E minor, and that's where he says, time will always try to make us fold. Whoops, that's not it. Time will always try to make us fold, as you remind me what I used to know. Alright guys, good job. One thing that I forgot to mention is that towards the end of the song, and maybe a couple of times earlier on, he kind of mixes both of the chord progressions. Well, it's the same chord progression, but he mixes the chord voicings together. Sometimes he'll play the G1 up here and play the rest of them down in this position, and maybe vice versa. He kind of interchanges them a little bit. And if you watch the video of him playing it, you'll be able to see exactly which ones he does on each section. So hopefully this video came out okay. If you do have questions, make sure to put them in the comments below, or you can also get a hold of me on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and all of that. Thanks a lot for liking and for sharing this video. I don't know if you noticed, but we just broke 1,000 subscribers, and you know, it's all because of you guys for helping out, for sharing these videos, and I just wanted to say thank you, and I'll just see you guys next time.